Welcome back, listeners. You are listening to Passage to Profit, the Inventor Show on WOR 710, the Voice of New York, with Richard and Elizabeth Gearhart and our special guest, the inventress, Lisa Askeles. I'm going to introduce Heather Marianna. She has natural skin products, and she sent me some before Christmas. And when the girls were home, my daughter and my soon-to-be daughter-in-law, we had so much fun with the samples that she sent, and they smell so good. So that's all I'm going to say. So welcome,
I'm so
Heather.
glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. First of all, I'm glad you like the products. So my name is Heather Marianna. I am the founder and CEO of Beauty Kitchen, an all-natural skincare company. I'm also the co-founder and chairwoman of Marianna Naturals, which is my Canadian brand that is going public on the Canadian Stock Exchange. So I'm so excited about that. And we create all-natural skincare and products for men and women.
So what makes your products different than other skincare products?
What makes our products different is we actually own the factories where all of our stuff is made. We don't have any middlemen, so we are the manufacturer. So what's great about that is not only can I create my own brand, but we've helped hundreds of other people and other brands create their brand as well by offering, women who want to maybe start their own skincare line and maybe don't have the money to, as you know, maybe order 10,000 units and do packaging and all these things like Lisa was talking about. It can get kind of expensive. We can offer low minimums. I can help them design their products, their labels, formulate if they want a skin cream or a spray or all that, and get them off and running.
That's interesting. So you help other entrepreneurs use your products as a base to make their products.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So
Yes.
How did you decide on that market? How did you decide on that niche?
I decided to do that. Honestly, it was a few years ago. We decided to do the private label thing when a friend of mine actually came to me and she wanted to start her own skincare line. And I thought, well, why don't I just help you? And now I've literally helped create hundreds of brands, which I think is amazing because we can all kind of spread the love and all help each other. I mean, that's what it's all about, especially now in 2021 after the 2020 we had. With COVID, we had to deal with a lot of different things. As a business owner, I had to take my stores from being open one day to strictly curbside. And it was a lot of learning and a lot of adapting in 2020. So I think going into 2021, for my company, we're focused on a lot of different things and, kind of trying to stay ahead of the curve. We actually just launched a new skin diagnostic tool, which launched January 2nd. I'm so excited about it. If you go to beautykitchen.net or marianna.ca, you can scroll down to skin diagnostics, and it actually uses AI technology that will scan your skin and give you a skin score. So you'll get wrinkles, dark circles, texture, scores, and it'll show your skin age. And with that, you hit show recommendations, and then there you go. It tells you the products that you should use from our brand according to your scores. Now, since we know with COVID, usually you can walk into a Sephora, you can walk into a Macy's or wherever, and you get all these skincare samples, right? Or you can talk to some girl and ask her what to use for your face, and they don't know your skin. They're just an employee. They don't know every brand. They're just going to try to sell you the most expensive thing. So since you can't get advice, you can't get samples, you can't do all that stuff, now you can just go to our website, scan, and it gives you exact products for your skin scores. And it is highly accurate. I worked for almost a year on this, and I did all the skin scores myself. And I know a lot of my friends are sending me their scans, and when they have a pimple it gives them a big red dot, and then the next when their pimple clears up, there's no red dots. Very, very accurate.
That's great. That's very innovative. That's very that's a great tool.
So I know Lisa and Kenya have comments.
I think it's remarkable what you're doing. I just had a question because I've had this really great idea for a product. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to.
Is it skincare?
It's definitely skincare. It's more skincare / like makeup.
Okay.
And I just was curious, like how labor intensive is it to start like a new product? What is that process like? Because I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't really pursued it is because I have a million other things going on. But I always wondered how involved it is to actually get something like that off the ground.
Well, if you the first thing you have to do is you have to find a manufacturer. Depending on how intricate your formula is or your idea is. I mean, it's a possibility that I could probably make it. What I do with my my private label clients. So for example, I'll walk you through it. If you were to come to me and say, hey, I want to do this skin cream. So you could give me an NDA, I could sign it. Obviously, you always want to do that. I would never steal someone's idea, but I always tell everyone you can never be too careful, you know, at all. And then we would go through the process of creating, formulating your idea. I would send you a bunch of samples. So you would get sample A through probably E mailed to you. Try them all. I like A better than C, or can I mix these two together, etc. Then we send you another final sample. Then you use that. Then we go on to your packaging, pick your packaging, designing your labels, which my in-house graphics team, she is amazing. Her and the people that work with her are amazing. So then we would do your labeling. Then I would send you one retail ready sample. So then you approve it, look at the label, look at the dye lines, look at everything, look at every single word, make sure nothing is misspelled. And then you would approve that. And then we would create all of your run. And what's really cool, like I said, about me doing private label for people, I feel so blessed to be able to help like so many women really start their stuff. And I've had a lot of girls come to me during COVID because they want to start something. And it's great for me because I'm like, hey, if you just want to buy like 20, you know, which no factory would do that, right? No, it's too labor intensive to do like 20 products. But I'm like, buy 20, get them photographed, start your social media, do pre-sales, tell them it takes a couple weeks to ship, take your pre-sale money, and then you place your order with me. That way people can really see what's going to work. Because you know what? Every product that I've created, I thought it was so awesome. There's some that I haven't sold any. I'm like, just because I think it's a great idea doesn't mean it's going to sell. So you may have a great idea for a spray, but it might not sell. But this other cream that you really didn't like, you might get 100, 500 pre-orders. You never know.
We would have to get Richard involved in the process though, because I definitely would want to whatever formula we came up with.
I'll volunteer to test the cream too. So,
so where is your factory located?
We have 3 factories and a shipping warehouse, and we are located in Boulder City, Nevada, which is just outside of Henderson, outside of Vegas.
Okay. The other question I have is MSDS sheets, material safety data sheets.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you provide those and do you do the testing?
Yes. And yes. And I have the COMs, GMP, all that stuff.
Okay. And the other thing is, what is your background in skincare? You might have mentioned that before.
No, I actually started in my garage. Well, I started making skincare when I was like a teenager because I had really bad skin. And I quit my corporate job, long story short, 2012. Didn't really work. Was like, what do I want to do? All my friends were like, you need to go on YouTube and show people how to make this stuff because you've cleared my face up. I mean, we would be in the middle of wherever on vacation and I would clear my friend's face up with stuff that I would take from the hotel's kitchen, And so I started doing that. Then I just started, became an herbalist and I just started formulating more stuff. And the rest is history. I started on YouTube and I was working out of my garage and now I've got 3 stores, 3 factories, a lot of bills, a lot of employees.
So self-taught, but it sounds like you know all the regulations and
laws. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So I will say I've been using the rose water. It's great for your hands. Like I wash my hands probably 5,000 times a day. Well, it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And this time when everybody's washing their hands all the time, I put it on my hands and it really makes a difference. Your website is beautykitchen.net.
Yes.
And we can find you on social media, Heather Marianna, right?
Yep. Or Beauty Kitchen Junkie, Marianna Naturals. I'm pretty easy to find.
Okay, thank you. Well, unfortunately, we have to stop talking for a little bit and go to a break, but we could talk for hours. So I don't know, Howard Stern does it maybe someday. If you are listening to Passage to Profit, the Inventor Show on WOR 710, the Voice of New York. Richard and Elizabeth Gearhart, our special guest today, Lisa Escalise, and we will be right back.